Hello, and welcome to the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am your girl Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea her. And you know what I do love? I love a little bit more than just, giving out tea. Is I love my cup mug. Ew. And you can get your cup mug at lanagscreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And if you look to the right of the screen, there is a QR code. Scan it. It'll take you right to the shop. Get your merch. Favorite the shop. Send a message telling me you like the shop. That will be great. And yeah, because we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Just get your cup mug, period. And thank
Unless you
you.
live in Brazil, because we
I
still haven't
mean,
got
we're
that
not
figured out.
talking about Brazil because Brazil just hates me. Brazil hates the cup mugs for some reason,
Apparently,
but
apparently.
everybody else, it gets there. Trust. Thank you.
Well, hi everybody. I'm Brook, and I'm passionate about pop culture. And quite frankly, this has been a lovely start to this season of Australian Survivor. I'm having a great time, and I'm just very excited to talk about this episode today. That's just me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I am Rianne, but you can call me Ri. And I am just very happy that we are all OGs and not Timu.
Period. I mean, I love being an OG and not a Timu baby. I was like, that Ree, you have no idea how close I was to saying that line. I was like, ooh, should I take Timu? Because I love that so bad.
Yeah, we
But
think a lot.
y'all, we do think alike apparently. But
Yeah.
y'all see who's sitting down here, right? Y'all see who here, and I'm gooped, gagged, retrieved, and very excited that they are here because they're on my TV screen literally as I speak. I can watch them right now, but they're here with us. Tess is here. Oh,
Hi guys, I'm definitely on the season. Hopefully, you see a little bit of me. And just for you guys' audience, I don't have any friends named Chad or Brad. Definitely no Chad or Brad. I have Amy, Lana. No Chad or Brads. I'm sorry to shock you.
I'm so shocked. I'm shocked that there's no. And I will say, I always say, I admit when I'm wrong, and now I am wrong. There's no Chads, no Brads. You don't have a punchable face. You're not a frat bro, but I will blame the photographers for your picture because baby, it gave off Chad, Brad, friend group, bro.
It
Yeah.
definitely did give off Chad Bradford. I know. When I saw it, I was like, cute, but definitely like a little misleading.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little.
A little bit, because actually when we started talking and they started saying, "Oh, Taz likes Drag Race and this show and that show and this," I was like, "Oh no, there's no way he's a frat bro," and I just went on and on and on
Eurovision.
about how much he's a frat bro.
So, full context, by the way, immediately after we finished recording the cast assessment, I was like, it seems like they would do the podcast. Why not? So I tweeted out, I was like, wonder if Tess would do the podcast. And Tess responded like 20 minutes later. It was like, yes. So we've been DMing for a couple of days, getting things set up. And Tess is here.
So
So there you
excited.
go.
I'm just
So
excited
excited.
you're here.
Yeah. Like when I watched it, I was just like, it was the most because I was watching. We watched the reviews, we watched like the cast assessments, and there's not much that like you got. They give a little slab of things, and so like with your guys' one, I think you spent a good 20 minutes on me, and I was like, it took me for a ride. It was like friends, frat bro, and then when Brooke put up my Twitter and saw UK versus the world. I know I'm a Godland stan.
Period. Friend of the pod, Godland.
Friend of the
Period.
pod, multiple appearances on the podcast, Scotland, for the record.
And then you're like, Loren should have been a three-time in 2035 three-time winner. I'm like, well, yes. The face up in real life, it killed me.
I'm still like forget sometimes that people could actually watch what we're saying, and I'm not just speaking into the void. And the people on the shows that I'm talking about could come across what I said. So, yeah, I admit I'm wrong. I'm wrong, and I'm very glad I'm wrong because you seem like a lovely person, even on the show. Even though they're trying to purple you right now.
Oh,
Not in this last episode.
This
Not in this
wait,
last
they
episode.
tried to purple him up until the last 10 minutes of this episode, and I'm like, hello. Can we? Okay, but it's okay. What the 10 minutes you did what you needed to do in that
yeah.
last 10 minutes. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And we'll talk
Mhm.
about it. We're gonna talk all about it. But before we do, I need y'all to do me a quick favor. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, because we are trying to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year, and some people might say by June. So if you want to help us out, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. We are giving you mostly all things or most things competitive reality television. So we are doing Survivor Australia. We are doing Survivor 50 starting tomorrow. We are doing House of Fear Factor, House of Fear. We are doing Project Runway Refilled. We are getting ready to start our America's Next Top Model Refilled. We're going to talk about the documentary. And we're going to be talking about House of Villains starting this week as well. And still, Traitors. The US is coming to an end. So we're wrapping up Traitors this week. So we got a lot going on this channel. And so we would love if you would just join. If this is what you like, if this is what you're into, subscribe to this channel. We would appreciate it. And if you're into drag or drag race, we have a channel for you at the Cut Pod on here on YouTube. So go subscribe to that channel as well. All the links will be in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links. Join our Patreon. Follow us on our socials at the Cut Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. We're everywhere. And we would love if you would just engage with us. You can follow the four of us, the three of us, but you should definitely go follow Tez. Like, if you don't follow me, Brook, and Reed, that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah.
But you should definitely go follow
I
Tez
can't
because, I mean, you should just go do that just because you should. And I do, and your tweets are entertaining. So I have been enjoying following you. So,
I hope they don't get me in trouble.
uh, we shall see. That remains to be
Well,
seen. But yeah, so yeah, go do that, and then yeah, that's all the things. Let's get into this episode because what an episode. This I did not expect the second episode to be this intense because I'm like, it's still early days, everybody's still trying to figure each other out, and the game is gonna start when it starts, but it should be kumbaya for the moment. Um I'm gonna start with your beach, Tess, because Barren Beach, some people woke up feeling some type of way. And I'm talking about Johnson. He woke up feeling some type of way the next day. Not that y'all went to tribal or nothing the day before. None of that happened. But he woke up on one because he was going to talk to everybody. He pulling people left and right, or who he wanted to pull, because he didn't pull everybody. He pulling people, and he like, we should start, we should come up with, he trying to come up with plans before the first challenge even starts. And I was like, oh God. Okay, bro, you doing a little too much right now. But okay, do what you do. This tribe though is interesting to me, and you can tell me if that's how it felt to you being there. Everybody is like for me, I would be like, okay, Don, please sit down. Please stop talking to me. Please stop talking about this shelter right now when I'm just trying to chill out. Like he wake up in the morning, like we got to build this shelter, and I get it because it's uncomfortable. He's trying to get it together and right, but I'm like, can I breathe for a second? He was just like, I want to do the shelter. I want to make this. I want to do this, and Johnson is talking to everybody, and then other people are just like, we're just trying to chill, and they trying to do stuff, and it just seemed like a lot of different personalities were just clashing together on this beach at one time, and it was a lot.
Yeah, that's definitely how like it felt there. So like Don with his shelter, you'll see him like throughout the episode. I mean, our shelter, you can see we were sleeping on the ground, unlike bounty that had like nice bamboo. We were sleeping on the ground. We didn't have a tarp, so we had to put palm fronds like for our shelter. So yeah, definitely that's how it felt. Don was like like he said in his confessionals, he was trying to take the role of, you know, not so much like the like you need to vote this person, you need like leadership role, but like just the leadership role as in camp captain. And then yeah, with Johnson, like you saw it throughout the episode, you could tell that he was, you know, he was from Big Brother. He's from Big Brother. It's, you know, he's from he's a runner up in Big Brother. I mean, that's what Australian Big Brother and American Big Brother. It's a little bit different just because it's public voting, but he comes from a Big Brother background. So yeah, being there for me, you could tell that he was doing the rounds, and he was doing the rounds, and like you see me in a shot with him, but yeah, he was doing the rounds, and for me, like you could tell, like I knew he was doing it, but for me at that moment, I'm just if I like you see, I'm always in the shelter. I'm always kind of, you see me in the background, like you see me dancing. We'll get into it, but that's a strategy. But yeah, with Johnson, you could definitely tell that he was doing the rounds.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go ahead and get it out in the open, right? I think this edit was, correct me if I'm wrong, Tess, for sure. I feel like this edit did not fully portray how bad this looked to people on the tribe, because to me, he's like, it's not even like with the Big Brother thing of like you pull people into a private room and you can have a conversation that's at least reasonably private. He's having conversations about strategy like 5 feet away from other people, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, these people have to be hearing this, right? He's not like whispering under his breath or anything.
Yeah, I mean, you can see when like someone, like for me, if someone was to go call someone for a chat, I'd mental note it. I'd be like, okay, they're going. So like you could see like if he goes for like a strat chat, and I guess like yeah, late in the episode, people kind of start blocking it, like because obviously people are gonna fact check. But yeah, you could definitely see that that's what he was doing.
Yeah, there was one shot where he does his pitch, and he does his pitch, and it cuts to 3 or 4 different people while he's doing
the same pitch.
Like Aubrey and Edge of Extinction.
Was exactly what I was thinking. Was, so can we maybe have a dialogue? That was like the first thing that was in my mind. It was Aubrey and Edge when they're trying to give her the Aubrey's overplaying edit. And I will say, it seemed like he was doing too much too fast, especially because this is before you all even, I mean, spoiler alert for later in the episode, before you guys even lose the immunity challenge. Like, this is all before all of that.
This is before any challenge. This was before any challenge at all. This was before the reward challenge. This was before the immunity. This man woke up feeling some type of way and was like, I need to get all my ducks in a row before we do anything.
Yeah, I see. I think like and again, he says it in his confessionals. He's like, it felt out there he was trying to like take something that someone was interested in, kind of form that bond. So for me, for example, it's not aired, but like you do see us have a conversation, and like obviously, I have a great Greek, so I have a Greek jumper on, and Johnson, his partner, his girlfriend is Greek, so we kind of use that as like something to bond over. But like you could see in the episode, you take that's what you do though. You take one thing and use it to kind of get close to someone. But I saw that montage and it was just so funny because it seemed like, okay, this, but like the same thing.
It was like copy paste. It was like, hey, I want to be working with you. Hey, I want to work with you. Hey, I want to work with, like, everything. It was like, I think we'll be good together. Oh, I think we'll be good together. It was just like the same thing over and over again. And like I said, he woke up that way. Like, it was before anything happened. And I was just like, wow. And in that moment, I was like, oh, this man is gone. This man is so gone. Especially when Mark clocked him on it. And I was just like, oh yeah, he's definitely not long for this world with that, because he was talking to everybody. And Mark literally clocked everybody who he was talking to and knew exactly who he was closest to. And that's just Mark knowing the game well and knowing what's happening, and he can and seeing what's going on. He's like, Ben, Mark, Sally.
See, I think because obviously Johnson, like again, I'm not sure
Johnson, I think Mark.
if it's been aired or not, but like obviously being from a prior show, so like obviously Kat again from a prior show, but the only people that had watched Kat's show was Mark, which he says in the episode, and like watched Kat's Traders. But for Johnson, it's like he can't kind of just like you like he would have never been able to go in there just to lay low because again, showing Big Brother people know him, so he can't just do what I'm doing and just kind of like I've been very zip. I love to talk, guys. You can probably like the person there to hear. I'm just like for Johnson, he can't just like lay low. I mean, regardless, just his presence, it's a target. So I understand why he has to do that because he can't play a low game.
I mean, and if you hear what he says, look, I don't deserve to be barren. Like, I am never supposed to be barren. Like, hello? Like, I was like, okay. He feels above barren in this moment. Like, I can't be barren, which I understand because that would be me. I'd be like, barren? No.
Baron literally being there, like sleeping on like the dirt, the
Absolutely
floor.
not.
I get his. I honestly get his perspective. It was not nice. You ever tried to hear having bananas and then where here it is what you see it. It's like the shelter. It's not good. They're like the fruit, like just the barren camp. It's a barren camp.
It's
not good. But where I take like a different perspective to that, I like being an underdog. So like being barren, I'm not like I can't be barren. I'm like yes, I like being barren because it's like it gives you it's like an underdog arc. It's like you guys are getting shit on, and but Johnson's Johnson. If you watch him on Big Brother, you'll definitely understand.
Absolutely. So we do have Brooke now, knowing from Lindo that there is an idol on the beach and it's under the tribe sign. And Brooke is now like, now I got this information. I got to get this idol. I have to get this idol. But how do I do it? And she attempted to do it once, but everybody was at the beach. Like, Don wouldn't leave her alone about starting this fire. And she's just like, yeah, okay, sure. She's like, I want everybody to just go away. Like, go get some water. Go walk on, do something. But Don was like, let's start the fire. And she's like, okay. So she helping her with the fire. And she's like, oh, it's not working. Oh no, let's go find, I'm just gonna go sit down. So her favorite spot now is by this sign, which I'm like, absolutely. I would have made it like a thing. Like, before I even start looking, I'm sitting by this sign all the time. Like, that is going to be my spot. So everybody be like, oh, Lana's just sitting at this spot now. That's just her favorite spot to sit. Absolutely. I sit right here, look out at the water. It relaxes me. That would be my thing. So people would be like, why is she sitting over by this sign all of a sudden? Like, I would have started doing that for hours on end. Just like, yeah, I'm just sitting. It's just peaceful here. But I do a thing. But she made it. She's sitting over there. She's trying to dig. She can't find it. And she's getting a little frustrated because she's like, oh, I can't find this thing. And I know it's here, but where is it? And so she feels like she might need to get a little help, which Lindo had to do over there at Bounty Beach because she couldn't find her own. So she got my girl Lana to do it and help her out, and they hadn't found it, whatever. So when she's like, I might need to get some help, I'm like, who's she going to get to help? And being me, not have watched the season, well, seeing how Mark was so excited to talk to Brooke, and Brooke was so excited to talk to Mark, but they've been avoiding each other because they didn't want people to look the two returners are just no. And they did a really decent job, and they wouldn't hit out, but then they got to talk, and Mark was who she chose to help, and she told them, and they found it. And I was like, period. Now, how we go switch it? Because I was waiting for that this episode. I was waiting on the switch to happen this episode. We ain't get it. Spoiler alert, that didn't happen because they was in swimsuits the whole time because they had to get in water all the time. So they couldn't hide an idol in their swimsuits. So just spoiler alert, it didn't happen this episode. But I wanted it to. I wanted it to.
Yeah, it was interesting watching this because it did feel a little bit similar to what had happened on the Bounty Beach. But I will say it was really fun watching Mark and Brooke link up because
Mhm.
they didn't do what Simon and Harry did. They didn't just immediately run to each other and like agree to work together. You know, at least not from what we see on screen. They have that conversation, and and they also do it late at night when everybody's asleep. We don't actually know, but when it seems like no one's up, and it's a different circumstance than what we saw with Laws and Lyndall. So I'm interested to see how their dynamic keeps developing as things go on. But it was really fun. It was also really fun watching them like flop back onto the beach after they found the idol. Like, thank God.
Right. I just thought that was cute, a cool moment. You know, first their link up, then they work together. Now they found the idol, and Mark finds it. And you know, people could be sneaky, like I found it, my idol, but no, he gave it to her, and that was. And I love that moment, but whatever. But Mark, let's talk about Mark in this episode because Mark impressed me. Not that he needed to impress me or anything, but I was like, wow, this is why you're back. This is why you're back. The way he handled, he was like, I want to go talk to people. I want to talk to certain people. He wasn't talking to everybody. He's just talking to certain people. And Mark and his crew of badass women, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm just gonna say that now. He picking the women that he feels like he want to work with. And now I'm wondering, like, Mark, are you picking these women because you want to work with them and you feel like they can, y'all can work well together, or are you picking them because you think you can beat them? And I'm wondering what his mindset is. But I really think he definitely does want to work with them. It really felt like that, especially Faith. The Mark and Faith duo is not a duo I would have put together on preseason. It wouldn't have been my two people like, but they actually work. And Faith, I kind of like her. And I didn't know if I would, but I kind of like her.
Yeah.
Y'all jump in and say something. Don't let me talk the
I
whole
was gonna
time.
let other people talk. I've been talking.
I will do that.
Yeah.
Well, he did have, obviously, on his first season, he had two female allies that he was very, very close with. So maybe he just sees something like them in these girls, and I hope he does. And then, yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see him all click.
I mean, yeah, it's cool. I mean, I like them both from what we see on the show. Look, here's my thing. When it comes to their individual dynamic, I have a feeling, and this is just my gut based off of what always seems to happen on every season of Australian Survivor. They form a ride or die pairing. It's this tight group, tight final two. One of them will end up voting the other person out. I don't know who is doing it to who. I'm going to bet Faith does it to Mark at like 5 or something like that. Like, it's just how it feels. This is what happens every year. It happens on Aussie. Every damn year, they have these like really tight early game alliances. And then around near the end, sometime during the merge, somebody gets taken out. I don't know who's going to get taken out, but one of them is not. They're not getting to the end together. They're not. It cannot happen.
Well, I guess we shall see. We shall see what happens. And I'm not going to even say Tess what happens because that's rude to do that when I know he can't say. So I'm not going to ask.
Well, Tez wouldn't be the first person from his cast to get a little leaky with some of the info. I'll just
Oh.
You spill the tea.
I'm about to say, who's spilling tea?
Guys.
Who's spilling tea? Okay. Anyway, we move. We won't best. Let's just get to let me go to Bounty Beach because they're living high. They're having a great time. They sleeping decently. because nobody's gonna sleep well on this island, but they're sleeping decently. They got a nice shelter, they got fire, they got food. I kind of found it funny in the last episode. I wasn't here to talk about when they came and all brought bananas to the challenge and then lost. I was like, "Oop, that's what you get for showing off." Because you got food and bananas over there. We just wanted a little pick me up, and that pick me up did not help at all.
I will give credit to Paula though, Paula from the other tribe, because
Yes,
while we were on that mat and like because our morale was already rock bottom. Like we lost the reward, we had absolutely no food. Um, so yeah, I will give credit to Paula because it was a psych tactic. Obviously,
of course.
they wanted to be like, haha, we've eaten. But Paula, you like you saw in last episode, like it was Caleb's birthday while
Taylor's
we were on the
birthday.
island.
Hmm.
Yeah, Caleb's birthday, and she gave him her banana. So bless Paula's soul. But all
So
the other
sweet.
ones, rotten hell.
No.
No, I'm joking.
You all can go to touch
You
grass, please. But yes, yeah, I thought that was funny, and then I was like, and that's why they lost because that was trying to psych out the other people. But that's neither here nor there. But we
Banana
get
karma.
right. It did not help their situation at all. But whatevs. Um, but they're living high. They're fine. They're good. They all know, that they're having a good time. It's what it should be when you have a have and have not situation. They are supposed to be riding high, and but there's this underlying tension going on with Lottie and Harry, really, and it's Simon too, but she's not here for the returners. Lottie is not here for the returners. She is like, these returners, I don't want them to get far in this game because they know this game, and I understand it completely. I get that completely. Like I think I might be that, but then I probably wouldn't because it's like if I'll be that if everybody else is trying to be that, but if everybody ain't on that time, then I'm not gonna be the only one on that time. Like we go figure out how to get them out when everybody gets on that time. But she is on that time, but she is being a little bit smart about it. But I think she showed Harry her hand and how smart she is on that Daniel vote when she literally flipped it on Daniel when it was supposed to not be Daniel. And so Harry is kind of skeptical, like I think she
Yeah.
might be running things. I think she might be
I, I,
smart.
I think what like obviously watching like this is just as a viewer,
Mm-hmm.
kind of trying not to be biased, but like watching Lottie, it's just she has such a it's not she doesn't look like a schemer. Her presence, it's so like direct
Mm-hmm.
that for her, and even just watching, it's like it's so easy to be like, no, she's right because like she's so direct about it. She's not coming off as like trying like scheming. Like obviously we saw Daniel and his downfall, but
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I love watching that dynamic because Lottie is really really trying to get Harry out, and we'll see if that works or not. But in the you'll see even in the promos, you see all the
Yeah.
promos, Lottie versus Harry. So that's a good one. It'll be interesting.
That's going to be a dynamic I want to see play out a little bit longer. I don't know how long it's going to play out, but they're sitting on the hammock and they're talking, and you can see them both trying to just get in the other person's head a little bit, just like, what do you think? I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. I just feel like, and it's just like, as a returning player, Harry is like, I know what you're doing, but I can't call you out on it just yet because I know what's happening. And Lottie is like, I've seen you play, so I know what you're doing, but I can't just scream it to the mountaintops that I know what you're doing. So it's that interesting dynamic that they have. But I'm like, I'm here for it. It's almost look. I know they don't like each other like that, but it's almost like a sexual tension brewing underneath when it's not. But it's like that intense feeling of like, will they, won't they, push and pull kind of feeling. Watching, I was like, I want to see this play out a little bit longer. I just want to see it play out.
Yeah, I think it's very ballsy. I mean, because just like when obviously like you're playing with fraternities, like seeing them, you're like oh shit, and it's very
Mhm.
easy to like yeah, it's very easy to get intimidated by that. But Lottie is
She's not
absolutely not intimidated by that,
at
and
all.
even like she's like like the name, just the name for itself, Dirty Harry, like. If your name is Dirt, like I was like for like seeing him, I'm like, you got to revamp yourself, like be like nice Harry, kind Harry, like Gold Star or in his first season, he said he had a kid. Maybe like I don't know. I have a cousin. I don't know something. But Lottie has just she. I mean, you'd feel eerie working with working with someone who calls himself Dirty Harry, and especially if you've watched this season. So I
Mhm.
totally get where she's coming from. It's gonna be a
Absolutely.
thing that Chris Price
Mm.
first.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Um, it was another one of those conversations that I found to be a little bit interesting because we don't normally get to see the like sparring matches, these early game sparring matches get this much screen time. I'm hopeful that this is going to be something that we get a lot more time dedicated to in the next little bit. Because I don't want this to turn into a heroes versus villains situation where it just feels like the George Simon thing is so entirely one-sided. It's kind of like the Big Brother. I like the things going back and forth, and I like it when different sides have power. And I'm hoping that based on like where things are at right now, they're still trying to figure out who's gonna have that power over there,
Hmm.
and I'm
Hmm.
intrigued to see where it's gonna go. But I gotta say, someone else we may not have put as much showed as much love in the cast assessment to was Lottie. I think we kind of slumped on her a little bit.
Yeah, we did. We
Um,
absolutely did.
Yeah, I mean, she. This isn't her first like per se you'd say rodeo. She's done she's done a portrait, a different kind of thing, but she's done an art show before. She's in
Hmm.
this kind of world. She's not afraid to like even by doing her background, you'll see she said in her intro she sold her paintings like Bella Hadid. So she's not intimidated by anything. She's not. She's not gonna be like, oh my god, returnees, Dirty Harry, Simon.
Right.
So yeah, watch that space because it's fun.
Yeah. We definitely slept on Lottie. I know I was like, wow, what she went very far into the draft, and I was like, dang. Dang.
she
After
was
watching the first episode, I was like, shoot. We slept on that one. I slept on
Mhm.
that one. But should we get to the reward challenge? I feel like that's what we
Let's
should
get
do.
there.
Let's go to the reward challenge because
I love
this
it.
reward
Pushable face,
this
maybe shovable face.
I mean, we love a
Love it.
gauntlet type deal. Where people are just pushing people in the water. Literally just push people in the water to try to um not prevent them from getting a to ring the bell. So reward challenge is happening, and you like I said, with just the gauntlet, everybody two people from each team in the water trying to prevent the other person from ringing the bell. That's it with these pads. That's the thing. And I was like, okay, this is going to be an interesting thing. I'm feeling like back and forth, good shift of power, but between the two. And firstly, let me just say this, Baron. I'm gonna give y'all flowers, Baron, because out the gate, at first I was like, oh, ain't no way they finna do this, ain't no way they go get it. They have no food, they have no energy. This is not so physical, and I don't know how you can do it. I don't know how they gonna pull this off. But the first two people that go up, they bring out their big boys all right out the gate. We had Simon and Jackson with
Let's see.
Ben, Ben.
Ben
Ben?
and yeah, Ben and oh my gosh.
It was Johnson. Ben and
Ben
Johnson.
and
Yeah.
Johnson.
Yes,
Ben
Ben
and
and
Johnson.
Johnson. Yeah.
Yes, Ben and Johnson, Simon and Jackson. And I'm like, okay, this is gonna be good, but I don't know if Baron has the energy to pull it off. Well, picture me surprised when I was so wrong because Ben taking his football skills, even though he said he wasn't good, he took his skills and he did a little shaking, a little baking, and he was running and pushing and moving, and dang, it was easy. It looked, he made it
Yeah.
look like easy work, and I was like, okay, Ben. Period. Period. Okay.
Yeah.
Then the ladies come up, and I'm like, okay, okay. These are some good, like Lindo and I'm
Paula?
it's
Paula.
Paula. Yes, now Paula. I was like, okay, girl, she the right person to have in front of this goal. She looked like she can hold some things. So I'm like, all right, this is gonna be good. And then on the Baron side, you had. I'm gonna pull up the thing because I can see better if I have people in front of me. Period. Um. Oh, I didn't put names on this. So anyway,
You're
that ain't gonna help.
fine.
That ain't gonna help me no way. But the Baron ladies again
Yeah.
took it out, and I was like, okay. At this moment, I was like, maybe I was wrong. I was wrong. They finna do this. They finna pull this out, and it's about to be 3-0. Okay. But then Bounty said, no, 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 no. We're not gonna have a shutout here. And they won the next round after that. And then they won the next round after that. And it came down. Y'all, it came down to Blanche.
Oh, Blanche is a different space. Like
She
is
is
Yeah.
she's a and what you saw wasn't even half of it. Blanche, I just want to give her flowers because during that whole challenge, like obviously you see like couple rounds. I'll just say that Blanche was a gun. Like she was bodying people. She was, like you see her for a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a bit more to it, but she is phenomenal.
Blanche body. Like she ate that up. Like I was like, okay, and I was so and don't think I went past you, Tez. I didn't go past you because we gonna come back and talk about your drowning situation that happened. But I just want to give Blanche her flowers really quickly because Blanche body that. Oh, see, the internet don't play when we about to talk about Tez getting drowned. Internet do not play at this moment in time. Okay, it's okay. We will wait and talk about. But yeah, oh yes, Tez, we were not going to let this go by. I didn't want to skip over you. I just wanted Blanche to get her flowers first before we come back into the drowning.
Yes.
That happened right before our very eyes. And I was like, if you don't let this man get from under this water, Jackson, hello?
I because he's a wrestler. When we got to choose. So when I go in, that I'm like versing him, I'm like, yeah, there's no way in hell. I'm 60 kilos. He's probably like 100. I'm not sure in pounds, but 100 kilos. So he has pounds wise, I don't know, a lot of pounds on me. I'm a runner. So I was like, my strategy was just try to run. Just try to run. Don't get into any contact. But in the water, it's a different story because it just weighs you down so much. Because it feels like something outside of it would have been okay. But yeah, there was absolutely no getting past him. He was a brick wall, and I was drowning.
He just held you down like a rag doll, my friend. He did. He just
look. I did. At least I didn't give up.
You kept going. You kept going.
I kept getting drowned.
I think, unfortunately, the worst part about it was that Dawn was doing a pretty good job on the other end. So while you're struggling, you're just continually getting drowned. Dawn is like, come on, maybe if I hold out long enough, it might change. And then it's just drowned.
I'm actually not too far from the. I'm not too far from the from the
The
post.
bell.
I just couldn't. There was no way in hell. There was no way in hell. He had like 500 feet on me, 500 pounds, and not that, but
Yeah.
there was no way. And don't worry, what was shown was definitely how it was.
Yeah.
I needed a snorkel. Like give this dude a snorkel. Like
It was
I mean,
it
to be
was
fair,
so
though,
funny.
I'm diving.
I feel like this was just an unfortunate situation from you because the person on their tribe that was most similar to your body type just happened to be the first person they voted out. So
Right.
you didn't really
Yeah.
get that opportunity for a good matchup
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
It was so funny, and I was like, "Oh my god, that was wild!" I was watching. I was like, "Let that man up, get him out of that water. Like you can just hold him back. Like
look, back at our barren beach, our tides and our waves, it was impossible to get in that water. Like because if you got into the water, you just get smashed. So honestly, being able to have a nice little bath with obviously being able to it was nice. I was like, no.
And then throughout this entire challenge, we see Brooke looking at Lyndall, trying to catch her eye, like trying to see, like, I got it. And Lyndall was just not looking at her, or they weren't looking at each other at the same time. Like you'll catch them looking, and then the other one's not looking, and you see them looking, and the other one's not looking. And I'm like, do y'all even know that you both have it? Like I would have been like something, but they didn't.
To be fair, Brook is also at least from where it looks like on the camera, Brook is on the other end of the arena from the other tribe. So I don't think they could have really gotten away with the swap here.
I mean, I would have did the swap, but I would have let her know, like, I got it. So when we get to the next challenge, we can attempt a swap, like Hager, something. I don't know. I would have tried it something, but they couldn't catch the vibe, and they wasn't linking up. But Baron, they went for reward challenge, and I'm like, yes, good for them. Y'all needed this reward challenge, and I feel like this reward challenge was the equalizer for the tribes because they get to go to the survivor shop. 2 people got to go, and Don immediately was like, Ben. I was like, no, we ain't gonna discuss this. But Ben and Blanche, both y'all go. And they were like, okay. That's what it looked like.
Yeah. So because we felt that they were the one. I mean, it's day 4, and obviously no one wants to be the person to be like, I want to go, because in your head, everybody there's gonna be something. There probably is gonna be something there. But if you're like, I want to go on day 3, it's like, why do you want to go?
Right.
Why do you inside? I definitely wasn't gonna say after getting drowned, I deserve to go. But
compensation.
Right.
Our thing was in the challenge, we're just like, we need to what's the kind of kumbaya way of doing it, and so we're like Ben and Blanche, just because they're the ones that won us the challenge,
right?
And so that was the obvious thing. But trust me, people wanted to go.
Yeah, I would have wanted to go. I would have wanted to go, but I agree with you. I wouldn't have been like, oh, I want to go, but I would have wanted to go. Yeah. But they get to the shop. This was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Watching them at this shop, and they're like, ooh, look at this. We got wine and salt and vinegar chips. And, ooh, look at this. I want this. I'm like, y'all have nothing. Stop looking at the stuff that you go eat in 2 days and start looking at the stuff that you actually need. Like they literally told y'all a tarp, flint. Those were the 2 main things. And they like, where's the flint? I don't see it.
Would have lost it if they missed that flint.
If they missed that flint, I would. I don't know if I would have finished this episode if they got back to that camp and did not have that flint. I was like, it's sitting right in front of the firewood where flint used. They go together like it's a package.
No one has called Ben and Blanche observant yet, and I think there might be a good reason for that.
It's
And I will say, I was gonna say, like,
it was just such a funny pairing.
Yeah.
they were entertaining.
Um,
I was surprised at the things that they both wanted too, because like Ben is talking about, okay, so like obviously we're taking the tarp. Don't even have to worry about it. The tarp is coming with us. But then they start going over some of the other options, and I do like the fact that if they wanted to be like greedy gremlins and eat those cupcakes, they could have just been like, oh, they let us get three things at the Survivor store, and we grabbed a tarp of and like the veggie tray or whatever. Now, granted, I think it was probably good for them that they didn't do that, but like, you never know. We've seen people do shady stuff like that on Survivor before, but I like this. This is fun. This was a fun moment in this episode. It was a lovely time.
If they would have took them chips, I would have screamed. I would have screamed, like, why are we taking the chips? But also in my head, though, I was like, it could be an idol in those chips, though. It could be something in that canister. Like, I'm like, do we go for the chips and there's something in it, or risk it being nothing and everybody looking at us like, why'd you grab some salty chips when we out here in this, on this island with these salty salt and vinegar chips? But they grabbed the tarp. They grabbed the vegetable tray. They grabbed the huge snapper fish, which I was like, if they better not have grabbed that fish and then find the flint, because that would be ridiculous and stupid. But of course, thankfully, they did find the flint and they had it in the bag, and they tricked everybody thinking they couldn't find it. But no, just kidding, we got it. And they got fired. I was like, yes, because honestly, this whole Baron situation for me is never fun for me. I don't like watching people on TV suffering, trying to survive. Like, I get Survivor on some point, but when they give people nothing, I don't like it. I want everybody to start with a little bit of something. The fire, at least. Let fire be the least thing they can give them. But I was very happy that Baron won this reward and they were able to get some basic luxuries.
Yeah, it was 3 days. So 3 days we actually, like, clearly you can tell we hadn't eaten anything. So 72 hours, nothing.
Yeah,
Obviously no beans, rice, fire, nothing.
Yeah, I don't like that. That doesn't entertain me. So I was very happy that y'all got something.
Oh,
and I know y'all were over the moon.
The tarp, and thank God we got that tarp, because it was like, I think that night raining like crazy. So it came at the perfect time.
Oof. I love that. I'm glad y'all got that. So, but then we see people still talking. You know, the reward is happening. People are feeling a little better. More conversation that happened on Bounty Beach. Harry is still trying to, protect him, and Simon are like, we finna do this. We go work together, but we not gonna let folks know we working together. We go stay away from each other. And I think they've been doing a really decent job of staying away from each other on the beach as much as possible for now. And the same thing going on Barren Beach with Brook and Mark. They trying to stay apart as much as possible, but only getting together when they necessarily need to. Baron is talking about how they feel like maybe I do want to go to a tribal. Like, everybody wants to maybe feel what tribal council is like. And I was like, I don't know if I want that. But I understand why people would want that, because that's when you find out who truly is with you and who truly is not with you. And you can start to fill out. It feels like the game has started when you go to tribal. And so hearing these conversations kind of was like interesting. Any conversation bits that y'all saw that was a highlight?
Honestly, not particularly.
And nothing really happened after the challenge, right?
Yeah, I'll just say it was one of those like filler banter at the beginning of a challenge things. Like that's just what it was. And like, and the in between stuff was just kind of, yay, we have a functional camp, and then it was kind of like doubling down on the things that we saw before the reward challenge. So it was kind of like, okay, yeah, sure, awesome, love to see it. That's about it. um,
Yeah, and a fire. They get fire.
They got
And
fire.
everyone
They
is
were
like
happy.
super excited.
Happy
Did y'all
fed.
cook did y'all cook the fish that night?
We did. Yeah, and we still, yeah, we had so many like obviously you saw like the vegetable platter that yeah, that was really good. We had that for a while, but yeah, we cooked the fish. They ate the fish. Fun fact, y'all, I'm actually vegetarian, so
Oh.
I watched them eat the fish.
Okay.
You're like, I'm
And-
just gonna eat some of these vegetables over here. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna-
we got more vegetables for Tez.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, I would have been like, I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how you do it being a vegetarian on a show like Survivor or being a vegan on Survivor. Like, I will be like, oh, absolutely not. You bring me anything at day 4 of me not eating, I'm
I
eating
know.
it. I'm
I know.
eating it. Like, put a whole horse in front of me. I'm eating it. I'm sorry. I'll go back to my vegetarian lifestyle after I leave this island, but
Trust me, before like going on, I was like, I broke. I was eating like burgers. I was eating like meat, and then like fish has always just been for me that one thing that I can't break. And so I didn't want to kill the vibe. I'm just like, give me some vegetables and yay! But
yeah, I love that.
but I mean, it had to have been better than just like coconut juice and
Yes.
like
Yeah,
what you've been eating for the past couple of days.
coconut juice and coconuts. Yeah.
Ugh, yeah, and I hate coconuts, but I think if I had to be on Survivor, I would just have to suck it up and eat it. But because I can't stand it, I don't like coconuts. So that's another reason I would never do Survivor because absolutely not. No, thank you.
We talked about it before recording the other day. We all have that one show that we love and love watching and love to talk about that we would never do. I would do
No.
Survivor in a heartbeat, but I will never go near the Traitor's Castle under any circumstances. That's just the way it is.
See, I would go to Traders, but I
I'm
would
not
never do
gonna
Survivor.
win. That's just what it is.
I will
won't
never
win.
do Survivor. Mm-mm. I'm too bougie to do Survivor. Even though I'm broke and bougie. But no, I can't sleeping on outside on dirt with bugs. No, absolutely not. And not eating for 3 days. Absolutely not.
I'm not
I,
going to go on the challenge ever.
well, I wouldn't do that either because I'm not a challenged beast at all. They would never call me. Like I can maybe get on Survivor. They would never call me for the challenge. They'd be like, "Girl, with your knees and the way your back's set up, no, thank you." Yeah, no. But yeah, I can never do Survivor. I can do it. So all props to you, Tez, for doing it because I could not. I could never. But let's get to the challenge because this is where the thing happened because for like I said, for whatever reason, Baron is saying that they kind of want to go to tribal. And I was like, they're speaking into existence. Don't say it because it's gonna happen. I don't trust saying stuff. And so I'm just like, yeah, you should definitely go. It's fun. You'll love it. Go ahead. I thought that was hilarious. But the challenge itself, obstacle puzzle. Run out to the water, grab these 2 big old heavy trunks, bring it back, put it through a wall, bring it to the mat. Then you have to get the big heavy pole and spin it till the key come off. Then the key come off, and then you go unlock everything and get the puzzle pieces. And then you have to go and set up the word immunity down the line, but you have to stack it on this rickety thing that could make the blocks fall at any second if you are not careful. You have to spell it out, and once you get the whole word spelled out and nothing falls, then now it's time to knock them all off. Throw the sandbags and knock them all off. Felt like a not simple, but doable challenge. Both parties have eaten now. Both parties are rested and does got some energy back. So it's like a doable challenge for the both of them. And then the challenge started. And I'm like, it starts off like most of the challenges have started off in these last 2 days. Bounty takes a good lead. Baron is coming from behind. Bounty is, steady in front, and Baron is coming, and they scraping and clawing, but they get there, and then it's like it could be neck and neck one moment, but on this thing, well, first with the poles spinning,
Yes.
poor Caleb, poor
He,
Caleb.
yeah, no, you can see him kind of limping up there. Like I'm like he's in a weird stance just because we're in the water. His leg cramp, like it hit the chest,
Oh
and so when
wow,
he was trying to spin it, he just could not. So yeah, obviously we got Ben. Probably should have done that at the start.
I was about to start, yeah, but
It was just too far gone. I mean, you never know, but after that, it was just they had it.
it was, yeah, because it was hard to catch up when Caleb couldn't spin the key off, and when Simon just whipped that thing around in two spins. It felt like it was just like that thing came off really quickly, and they were stacking it up really nice. I think he only dropped it once, but what we saw, one letter dropped, but then we had Brook taking, doing it, and she was steady, but she was so far behind. It was just hard to catch up, and then dropping she dropped a few of them. It was just.
I do wonder. Simon is a lot taller than Brook, and he didn't have to climb up for that fifth one. He could just stand on the ground and put it up there. But then at the same time, Brook weighs a lot less than Simon, so she's not going to move the frame as much. So there's definitely like the advantage and the disadvantage of which one is better for this particular challenge. But I want to just go ahead and acknowledge Survivor Edit did you dirty again, Tez. I clocked that little moment.
Why did it make you fall in the water at the you bit it and ate it as soon as you jumped in that water? It was like step, bam.
No, but like the really sad thing is you were like in front. You were in front of everyone by like a decently sizable margin. And then you go step to the end of the water.
And then you do it again. Or unless they just showed the same fall twice. Did they show us the same fall twice?
No, so I fell once and then I just started swimming because I realized like you're not gonna.
Oh, so they really did you dirty because they showed the same fall twice.
Did. Oh my god, no! Because they put like I was at the front at the Mac because like fastest people got at the front, and then I was like just go, and then my foot clearly got sunk in the sand and another face plant, water.
Water is not. I'm starting to see a pattern with you in water, Tez. It's like.
Oh no.
Water, but
I caught that too. I was like, really?
And it literally dunked on you.
Right? I was like, not that.
I'm like, this seems familiar,
I think I fear that might be your arc if y'all have another one. I hope you don't fall in any more water challenges because if you do, they will show it. And that is just what it's going to be like. Tez in water. It just.
Oh.
One more and I'm breaking the NDA. No, I'm joking. One more and I'm breaking the NDA.
Everything. Editors beware. But no, it was just, I was like, not that. Okay. But you recovered quickly. Like you said, you just started swimming and you got back. But like we said, there was not much you could do when Caleb couldn't spin the thing fast enough. And Simon was like a cat on that thing. And I was like, oh, he was moving very gingerly and slowly for a man his size. I was like, work. But in the end, the bounty wins immunity. They're done. Good on them. All of us are covered with this banner. Okay. But yeah, bounty wins. And Baron is getting their wish. And they are going to tribal council for the first time because they asked for it. And everybody was talking about doing it. So I was like, I guess that's what's gonna happen. I knew mid-episode that this was gonna happen when the first person was like, we should go to tribal council if we have to. I'm like, okay, so they're going. Here's where it gets interesting and good because I feel this scramble was a scramble for the ages. I enjoyed watching this scramble happen for so many reasons. They get back to camp and Johnson is off. He's like, off. Let's just go do it. And Don is like, let's build the
Shout.
shelter. Let's get the shelter done. And I was like, hello, what are you talking about building a shelter right now when we have to go to tribal council? I don't
This is
care about a shelter because I might not even come back to this beach. What are you talking about?
this is the single most old school Survivor thing I have ever seen post what, like 2006. Like this seems like some. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. This feels like something Rupert would have done. Like he's just like you get
Yes.
back. Everybody's like, "Dang it, Drake, we lost the immunity challenge. Before we start strategizing, let's go fix the roof of the shelter." Like I can feel like the Rupert energy seeping into Samoa just for Dawn for this one moment. I will say though, this was the moment where I was like, "Oh, Johnson's game is not good," because the
Yeah.
edit's kind of portraying it as like, "Oh, he's making a lot of headway," but when he talked to Dawn the way he did, he's like, "Go play the game." I'm like, "Oh, okay, so that's how we're talking to people."
Right.
Okay, interesting.
I was
And
like,
I'm
because
not
if he would
gonna
have,
go out and defend Dawn because the first episode of Dawn kind of got on my nerves a little bit, no lie.
me too.
But that was a little much. I'm gonna say that myself. I was
Yeah, because if he would have talked to me that way, I would have been like, who are you talking to? Like, I don't know who you think you're talking to. Don't tell me what to do. Even if you telling me sound advice, it's the way he said it was like, go play the game. And I was like, who are you talking to? Okay, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. But Don is kind of like, his mind was on the shelter. He was like, I'm trying to, and I honestly think that that is part of his strategy. I honestly think he feels like if he works around the camp, if he stays busy, if he's there, people will be around all the time. So he could talk while he works, and that's a way to bond with people. And I think that's what he thinks, that that's a strategy of his to let, if I show myself useful, they don't want to vote me out because they need me. And I get that too. I can understand that too. But Don is like, let's build a shelter, and Johnson is like, let's go play the game. Like, what are we doing? And I agree. It's time to play the game. It's not time to build the shelter. It's like I don't have time to be worried about shelters and water. I need to figure out: am I still going to survive on this beach? Am I going to make it another day?
Yeah, it's almost, they framed it as if he was like, well, the game can't start unless we have a roof over our heads. Like, that's what we need to unlock the strategy.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah. I mean, like when we were there, when like obviously we got back, like what was shown very accurate. He was like, get the pom-poms, get this, but no one wanted to say like at the start like outright no. Because like it's not the right, like, because we're all obviously it's like who's gonna go out first. You see us, like you see Healy, you see me, you see like we're all just like who's gonna go out first. And then when Johnson's like go out, you could tell like Don's face sunk.
Yeah. And we saw the, like, even in that group, like you said, you and Keely, y'all was sitting there, and he was like, get the Taz, go get some palm fronds. And you kind of looked at him like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that right now.
I was not moving away from any group. Like you see me quite like in a lot of shots in this scramble, like I'm here and there, like you don't hear me say a lot of words, but you do see me in the
background. We see you like standing with groups, so making sure that if they're talking, you can be a part of whatever conversations is going on. And it was interesting. Johnson was on it. He was like, "We got to go," and he was rallying his troops, and they were looking like it's got to be Don, right? And Ben and Sally and Johnson, they were like, "It got to be Don." They were like, "Yeah, Don. That just seems like the natural choice. He's rubbing people the wrong way. Yada yada yada. Let's do that." Well, unbeknownst to Johnson, it's a whole nother campaign going on that island voting for him. And he has no idea that that's happening right now. He's like, because they have come up with a plan that if Johnson asks, we tell him we voting for Don, and that's it. But we're voting for Johnson, and with a couple of votes sprinkled here on Sally, just in case.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah, you see it in that group circle where you see six, like, split on Johnson and Sally, and then obviously they cut to the conversation with Ben, Blanche, Don, and Kat, and they're like, who do we tell Don? Who do we tell Don? And then Ben goes like, and like in Brook, and they're like, oh, just Tez, just because it's like the
yeah.
you know.
Just tell him it's Tez.
Did
So
that
it's
make
easy.
it back to you before Kat told you about it?
It did,
Or-
yes.
I
No,
thought it
So I got taught, like, I got. So what am I got told. So obviously, like I don't care if it's just like a floozy vote or like I'm not the person to be like, yeah, you can, like, I'm the fluke out vote. You see
Oh,
Don in that
absolutely
circle.
not.
He goes, Don in that circle. He goes, yeah, that's fine, because we'll just say it's you. Like, just say, like, if they ask, just say it's you. But when like it comes back to me, I'm like, absolutely not, because you don't know about the idols. You don't. I'm like, absolutely not. Like, and why? Why is it like why is it me, Ben?
Right.
You know?
It makes me feel like I feel like if you keep saying that it could be me, I feel expendable to your game because you don't care enough about me to protect my name. So I feel expendable. So if I'm expendable, then you won't vote me now, but you can vote me later. So no, absolutely not. I don't want that. And it was interesting hearing how that conversation happened and your name got thrown out, and then Kat was like, I don't know if I really want this to happen. I think we need to go after big dogs. And
Yes.
I this was okay. I'm gonna be honest. This whole situation got very convoluted and confusing to me with Kat because I was like, who does she want to go for? Because at first it was like, is she trying to go for Johnson? If that's the case, then just stick with the plan that's already on Johnson. Why are you throwing the other things around?
Yes. So fat, like, obviously we see, like, you see me and like Kat together, and then when she's like Faith's both, like, playing both, so you see Faith, and I'm like, Johnson and Faith are coming. That was like from like Kat was on, you saw that relationship, the night relationship where Faith and Johnson go off on the beach.
Mhm.
Kat was clocking that from day dot.
Okay.
Kat was clocking that from day dot, and like she was very, to me, she was like very vocal about it as well. But obviously, I'm just like, you see it. I'm just like, I'm just. You have, you're on day 3 of a possible 45 days. But yeah, so when she's like, Faith is, to me, she's like, Faith is, I thought it was a great idea. In my head, I'm like, that's a great idea. But like, I'm not gonna be the one to push it.
Right. So we got all of that going on, and the back and forth. Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Johnson? Is it gonna be who else? It was somebody else's name. Don's name was out.
Johnson, could have been Mark, maybe.
Mark,
Mark maybe
Yeah.
at one
Faith
point.
was going around.
Yeah.
Like, I will say this. At first, when they were saying that you were going to be the decoy name, I was like, oh, I'm a little bit worried for Tez. Okay.
Mhm.
And then your name stopped coming up. I'm like, okay, I am no longer worried for Tez. It was really dynamic because, especially for an early game tribal,
Mhm.
like, they don't get like this very often. Early game, even on like smaller tribes, they don't get this much movement. Because like, I look at the bounty first tribal council, and it was just name, this person's doing too much, this person goes. Like, that's all it is.
Right.
But
this was something else. This
There's
was
a
a
lot.
whole nother. This is a beast because we get to tribal, and this was the definition of live tribal. Like, if you look up a live tribal, this would be there because on the second tribal is wild for it to be this wide, this live, and this crazy. But Taz, you kind of started it off. You kind of kicked it off on how live this tribal was gonna be because you we got there and you told Ben like, hey, um, I heard you were saying my name around camp. What's up with that? And I was like, oh. And Ben was like, did I say that? Like, that's what I heard. Like, period. Period. Chance was like, what I'm not gonna do is let y'all see floating my name around this camp and
No.
thinking we go come to tribal council and just be like, maybe Ted? No. Because I will call you out on your bull. And you did that. And I was like, tens, you get your tens for me. You get your tens for me.
I did not want to I know obviously I wasn't the vote, but I think if I let that happen, it would then the future easy vote would Tez, it goes to Tez, it goes to Tez. So I just need to let it be known, because obviously you see me playing a very nonchalant, very game. I just wanted to be let it know. Plus I wanted to kind of toss him under the bus as well.
Right.
Behind the scenes stuff, but I just wanted to let it known that if you're gonna bring up my name, I'm not gonna be very nonchalant about it.
And it was funny because you kicked it off with Ben, and then Johnson name got brought up and said because from Kat was like, well, because you said his name too, and he was like, thank you for bringing that up. I was gonna he was gonna voluntarily tell this information. Thank you for bringing that up. I was gonna say that, yes. But he starts stammering about what he was going to do and the reason I said this and the reason I did that, and I was like, no, you just got called out. And Kat was like, you only saying it now because I said something. He's like, yes, because Kat is throwing me under the bus. And she's like, I sure am. That's what I do. I was like,
this might be the single most gagged I have ever seen a human being look at tribal council. He was like, like to borrow a quote from Devon, what are you stuttering for? Because your ass is lying.
Lying. Oh.
It's just a thank you for bringing that. Yeah, and he says it again. He says it twice. Thank you for bringing it. And thank you. It's like, you don't want that brought up. Like, thank you for bringing
that up. It
was so fake.
It was. I looked in that. It's so funny in that tribal. I look in my head. I'm like, this is fun. This is funny. This is you can never tell that. I'm just this is hilarious. Being this keep going.
It was when Kat brought that up. When you brought that up first, and then Kat brings it up, and Ben and Johnson are now stumbling and fumbling over what they were trying to say. And thank you for saying that. And then it was like, okay, so now what's going to happen? So Mark, he had already said his reservations to the confessionals about Kat. He never said it out to anybody in particular about his feelings about Kat, but once I knew this was the Kat from Traders, and I don't know, you could actually see it shift, his attitude shift about her on the beach. But when he got there and Kat did what she did, because she had him stunned and had him gooped and gagged and everything, Mark was like, can I go talk to Keely for a minute? And I was like, oh, okay, what we doing? So he goes and talks to Keely, and it's like, what about Kat? Now, I want to know from you, Tess, what made you decide, let me go over here and find out if I can be a part of this conversation too?
So this is going to be very not out of left field, but so I stood up because what you don't see is me and Kat actually do have a really close relationship on the island. And I know that during that scurry, right idea, wrong timing. And so when I stand up in that scurry, I wanted to Kat and me, you don't see it. It's unfortunate that it's not played, but we're very close. And so I just wanted to see if her name was going to be thrown out. And then it ends up obviously in our chat that Mark gets us up in breakout groups. It gets he says Kat, I sit down. then Kat whispers me like, "Are you still voting Johnson?"
Mm-hmm.
And they cut away. Yeah, I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to say, but
Well, the tribal council's aired, so I feel like you have
Yeah.
you have a little bit
Yeah.
of leeway. But
yeah. So when she's like, "Are you still voting Johnson?" I actually say, "No, they're voting you." And
Oh.
and so she turns to Blanche and she goes, Are you still voting who you're voting?" And she's like, "Yes." So Kat turns to me because you see Kat whispering
Right.
to me in the
Yes.
It's not out of left field.
Mm-hmm.
She whispers me and she's like, "If you need to vote me just so you're in the majority, do it."
Mm.
Yeah. So that's a little
T. Period.
I will say, I don't think you getting up was necessarily a bad decision.
No, I don't.
Because I think it might have been what pulled you into this vote in the first place. Do you think they would have came and grabbed you had you not gotten up?
I think it was just like it does seem like it is a live trial, but obviously it's been just like things are discussed and stuff. But I think yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even really expand on it. Like,
I mean, I don't know because from how it looked to us, I don't think. I personally, if we asked this question and you weren't here, I would have probably said, I don't think Mark would have told you or pulled you if you didn't get up and try to insert yourself in the conversation and he had to say, okay, I'll talk to you later. I don't know if he would have. I think he would have stuck with the people who he did. So I think you getting up was a great idea to number one, insert yourself in a conversation that may or may not have gotten back to you. And then you hear the conversation, so you knew where the vote was going to go, and you knew it was now on Cat. And it looked, and you were able to make the decision on, is it the majority going to go that way, or is it just those 3 or 4 people who were talking? But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he would have, but maybe he would have. I don't know.
Yeah,
It didn't. Go ahead, Ree.
Did one of you were one of you talking?
No, go ahead, Ree.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I liked it, and I think you kind of put him on the spot. Like, if he's gonna be like, well, he did, he's gonna look very rude to be like, oh, no, go back. I'll talk to you later. So
Which he
yeah,
did.
yeah.
Did that. Yeah, and then David goes, "Tez, how does that make you feel?" And in my head, I'm like, but like I'm just like, let's keep it like, I'm just like concerned,
Right.
but like the wheels, like in my head, I'm like, noted.
Right, noted. I see what you're doing. But yeah, so you do have a conversation with Mark. They do start telling you about what the plans are. Everybody else is starting to hear what the plans are, except the 4 or 5 people that's still sitting around the tribal and not getting any conversations. And I'm like, if that would have been me, I'd have been like, this is crazy. I'm not getting conversation. Is it me? Because now I want to know, and I'm about to start inserting myself in this conversation, like, because what is happening? Because I feel like it's me. But they sat there, then everybody comes back, and then it's like, okay, time to vote. And I'm like, that's it? That's it. We just go have these side conversations and sit down, and that's it. We're done. I'm like, oh, okay.
My guess is that Johnson probably didn't think he had the way to move it if it was on him. And if Kat knew it was on her, she didn't really have a way to change it either. So it's kind of like, what's going to happen if I do try to change it? All that might happen is more people might vote for me.
Yeah. But we do get the vote, and we see Don gets 3 votes. Or 2 votes. 2 votes. Don gets 2 votes, so Don gets 2 votes. Sally gets a vote from out of wherever.
Blanche votes Sally.
Blanche votes Sally. Okay, we'll get Sally.
If she sticks to the original plan, which was the 6 free split, And obviously we don't see Blanche like getting up or anything in that tribal. So she's just like, she's going to do what she's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then
And we see Johnson gets 3 votes? 2. Oh, 2. Yes, it's 2, 1.
Yeah.
And
7.
then,
Yeah.
and then the rest
The
goes
rest of the votes.
the rest goes to Dear Cat.
Oh.
Icon.
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 I hate to do it, but I gotta.
Don't do it.
Don't
Don't do it.
hate to do it, but I gotta do it. The tribe is spoken.
No.
Cat is out. I hate it. I was starting to enjoy Cat. It was so, because I was like, she is going to, if she stayed, she's going to create chaos. And I love a chaotic camp.
She's so entertaining. She's so entertaining. Like, just putting it as a viewer, even at getting to know her there, she is so like I watched her trading season. I fell in love, and so even just there, like, she was fantastic. And so it's a big loss just for like entertainment wise, because she would have brought it.
She was already doing it. Like this,
yeah.
She was bringing it. That little time from the scramble to the tribal council, she was pumping, and I was like, I don't know where she, like, if she was in this game a little while longer, Baron Camp would have been so chaotic, and I would have loved every second of it. I would love every second of it.
You saw it on the traders, all her reads and her intuition. Like when that person became a trader, she clocked it that on the morning breakfast. It was the same thing on the show. Like you saw, she clocked the Mark and Faith. She clocked it. She clocked it. And so, like, the intuition and like the observations are 100% right. It's just the way that went about it.
And she just spooked Mark. Like, she spooked him because I know he knew she clocked him, and that was something that was scary for him, because he's like, we can't. As Johnson is playing big and loud and crazy, but his reads are wrong. Cat is playing big and loud and crazy, but her reads are so right.
Yes.
And she's like, and so that was intimidating. And literally, he was like, I can deal with Big Brother players in the game, but I can't deal with a faithful or trader. So you gotta go. And I understand that. It makes sense, because if you're getting clocked already, you only got so much time to avoid it. And so.
And she was so fast to clock it as well. Like, so I know she vocalizes at the scramble, but she was fast to clock it. And like, when you like gets brought up and then she says something, then your like attention goes to that, and you're like, yep, but buy your time. For her, again, but I'm like, buy the time. But she's just so, again, she's a game player, so she's like, nah, I'm going for it.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, that was that on that. I'm sad to see Cat go. I hate it. And you know who else hates it? Because it's time for a draft update. And oh my God, I feel very bad. T. Logan is having the worst moment in these first 2 days.
Wow.
Will just say. I don't know why Reed's name is not here. I had your name up there, Reed. For some reason, it ain't there, but that's your team over there. I'll put it back on there next week.
I see it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think it's again. Is it covered? I wonder if it's covered because of the thing. No, probably. Who knows? But it's there. Logan has lost 2 people in 2 days. It's kind of wild that
I
happened.
shed no tears. I shed no
You
tears.
shouldn't have cheered.
I cheer.
You shouldn't have
look,
cheered.
Here's my thing. Look, there are 5 people on this cast that I care if they get booted as of right now. 5. And I look at the screen and all 5 of them are still here. Everybody else, you can go whenever you want. This is not about you. This is about me. And this is about me winning another draft. Okay? So keep it coming. Love to see it.
I definitely see it coming. I would love to be booted. We'll see how. I definitely see a couple that I'd love if they got the axe. Oh,
I see a
Well,
few. I see. Look, I see everybody except 5 people who I would want to get to ask. Sorry, Tez, you included, because I didn't get to pick you. But
you had
because
every
I'm like
opportunity
Brooke. I
to.
want to win the draft too. I want to win the draft too. But I realized when I was putting this thing together, I said, Lana, you did one of the stupidest things. You went very one-sided, like I didn't look at the who was on what tribe when I was picking. I just picked. And I picked more people on the Bounty tribe and one person from the Baron tribe. And I was like, what were you thinking? And the one person from the Baron tribe, I feel like he's not long in this world. I don't feel like he's long in this world. And I'm like, oh no, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Look, all
Um,
of our soldiers will not win. It
they
doesn't
will
matter.
not.
We're going to
No.
lose at least 4 of them by the end of the season. As long as we have the one that makes it to the end, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So you never know. You never
We
know.
never know. But Logan, I hope you don't lose 3 in 3 days. I don't know. I'm just saying it could happen. But
Dolly's on Logan's team, and
yep,
just saying, depending on how things go,
I don't know.
that could end up being.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
The other 2 I think were fine, but I'm like, do I don't know about that. We'll see.
He's
We
already
shall. Yeah, he's already
Yep.
doing rubbing some people the wrong way. So we shall see. We shall see. I'm gonna switch over. Tez is gonna disappear for a second, but don't worry. I'm gonna bring him.
He will be there. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Oh, wait, no,
he will not be there because we were
Yep,
on this
mhm,
screen.
mhm,
So,
yep.
but it's okay. Just bring him right back. There we go. See, don't worry, don't worry. Let's hear it. But that is that on that, and we see in the previews that it's gonna get a little bit more crazy. Like it's gonna be some more spiciness happening and some interesting gameplay going on. The returners are having a time. It looks like in this episode, and I'm here for it actually.
Yeah, and it looks like it's 2 very different experiences. Like Rory and Simon are plotting everything, like it's like the mafia.
Right.
And then you have Mark and all those shots of Johnson being like, "I got my eye on you. I'm gonna get you."
Yeah. I'm interested to see what tomorrow. I'm glad I only have to wait till tomorrow. So I'm really interested to see what tomorrow brings. And and the first week of Survivor Australia, I feel like it's gonna be. I can say the first week is probably gonna be a successful week because the premiere was awesome. This episode was even better.
Yeah.
I'm just like it got. I hope the tomorrow's episode ain't the fluffy episode where we like, oh well, this could have been an email. I don't think so, but we shall see. And Tez, I want to say thank you so much from the bottom of our heart for joining us today because I did not expect it. I did not expect to have anybody from the show on this show podcast at all, or even this soon. So we appreciate you so very much, and just know you are welcome back here anytime. Let me give you some love. You're welcome back here anytime you want to.
Thank you for inviting me. I mean, I'm like when I watch your podcast, I'm like, no, I'm definitely going to that one because I'm one of you guys. I'm one of where I'm like definitely going on this one, and just a reminder, guys, no Chad, Brad, Rads.
No Chads, no Brads, no bitches.
Definitely not a lad. Like, how do the British say? They're like lad, that lad.
Not a frat bro. Look, we can have you back for talking Drag Race too. We'll have you come back for all kind of stuff because like you are one of us, and I really now I'm like not only did we play orgs, you played orgs, and I'm like you're in these streets with us. I love that.
Let me just
right. That didn't do it for you. That threw me off, but I know now. I know now. Don't judge a book by its cover, Lana. I'm learning. Even in my old age, I am learning.
I'm so glad it was just a pose.
It was just a pose because you are not
Again,
that.
you weren't even the only one. There were a couple other people that their promo pictures and like how they've been acting on the show, 10,000% difference between both sides. Very entertaining.
Very, very different. But we thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure. And like I said, anytime you feel like coming back on, you just say the word and you're here. We'll send you a link in a heartbeat. You don't have to say nothing. Just say, I want to come on. Like, here, come on. But we'll be back here tomorrow talking more Survivor Australia and seeing what they're getting into, the shenanigans and the tomfoolery that they get into. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Follow, hit the notification bell, do all the things that say you support us, and we appreciate your support. Follow us on our audio podcast links, our Patreon. Follow us on all of our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Follow Tez. Go check out his Twitter. It's fun. It's entertaining. Go follow him on Instagram too, because I follow you there too. Do all the things. We appreciate everybody's support, and we'll be back here tomorrow. So, don't forget to get your merch, because hello, get your merch. Get Lana G's Creations.etsy.com. That link is in the description below, and the QR code is right on the side of the screen. And on that note, we gotta get out of here because we got more content to make and more things to do, and we'll see y'all next time. So, cheers, everybody. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.